said I disconnected, so. Yep, I'm back, so that means it's gonna run ads again. Dang it. It like just ran ads, so poop. Well, I don't want to snooze them and then they're just gonna like happen again. But that was also the end of this build, so it kind of worked. I will get the crochet things ready while the ads roll. It's funny because stream is saying ads are going to start in like 30 seconds, but Fireball is like there's a minute and a half left of ads. So I don't know what's going to happen. But this is our finished typewriter here. And these are the extra. It says every big idea starts small, and then to build or to rebuild or not to rebuild, and then this one says once upon a time. There's not really like a place to put these as extras. I usually like to keep like them with it, that way they don't get lost. Oh, and you can move this too. It's like the little pull. Let me see if I can kind of put them on back here. I can't. There we go. I hit them back there. But here is our typewriter. While we're in ads, I'm going to quickly scan the book so I remember to get the point. That's another reason I did this, because I will forget to add the points. Yay, we got our points for this set. Okay. We're going to work on our jellyfish. And I wrote it down. The body, and one tentacle is yellow, and the rest is a light purple. We'll just set this up there for now. I'll move it to a better place later. Welcome back. Yeah, it restarted. I don't know why. Um, but it restarted like when it was already kind of done. So there's that. But we are gonna work on our crochet now. So I put my tablet away. I did scan it, so I got the points. I'm going to change my category to makers and crafters, if you'll bear with me. Makers and crafting. I always want to say makers and crafters because I don't know, it flows better in my head. I don't know why I disconnected for that little bit. My internet didn't seem to go down, and my bit rate like wasn't, like I wasn't dropping frames or whatever. So I don't know. But we're back either way. We're gonna do work on our this week's jellyfish. Gotta find where there it is. I need to get one of those things like Teal Giraffe has. So it like just moves on its own as you pull the yarn off. I'll add it to my throne, even though I'll probably wind up buying it myself. Because I put it on there and then it doesn't matter, I just buy it anyway. But we are getting ever closer to the co-stream with Kevin playing Farm Sim 25. I know he plays with Crazy sometimes, but Crazy will not be able to play because technically I'll be using Crazy's copy. So we both can't play, but that's all right. If others want to play, they can join in. I'm just gonna bring up these instructions. I want to say it's like 6, then 12, then 18, then 24, but my brain is like, is it? Are you positive? No, I'm not. No, I'm not positive. I know it was a size 6 crochet hook. I was right, it is 6. And then I do connecting rounds instead of continuous rounds. So we make our little loopy loop. We had some rain Sunday and a little drizzly bit yesterday. And we're supposed to have more rain today. Oh, the rain. So we're going to work on our jellyfish, which shouldn't take a terribly long time. And then finish connecting the pieces of our crochet and meatball. I made the tentacles off stream. That way you guys don't have to watch me do the same thing over and over and over and over again. Because I'm not sure how exciting that is to watch. But so then there's just the connecty. We got to sew all the pieces together for that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Like, you think at this point I would need the instructions anymore. I've made them so many times, but I do, because I'm a wee bit OCD. Or neurotic, because I think I'm messing up, so I have to check it again and again. However you want to put that. I'm not sure which set we're going to build Thursday. I gotta look and see what other small sets I have. I know I have a bunch over there, which is some of the reason I don't know what we're gonna build. Because I have several and I'm not sure which one to do next. I feel like I messed up somewhere. Like there's too many loopy loops there left at the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 16. I don't know. I guess that's the connecty one. But after we do that, I don't know which one we want to start next. What do you guys think? I have 2 things to make 2 big regular jellyfishes like I've made in the past. Or we have patterns for like Piceratops and Cacolosaurus and things like that. Or we can make a set of Dino Nuggies. I know Crazy voted last time said do the big jelly. My brain is like, am I doing this right? Did I? My brain is slow today. It was the shot I took this morning was like the next, or yesterday morning was the next dose up. So my brain is all like mush, which happens when I start the new dose. Did I just do that in a separate? This is what I'm talking about. My brain is not. Like we're doing the things, but we're not paying attention to we're doing the things. 2. And then this one should be 3 and 4. Then 5, 6, 7, and 8. I will get with it eventually. 9, 10, 12, 14. Okay, there's 24. No, that should be 1, 2, 3. Hey, yarn. Don't be getting on my camera. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the next 2 rounds are just 1 in each. If anybody's interested in this pattern, I will share it for the little jellyfish. Really, if you're interested in any of the patterns I make, I'll tell you where I got it. Yeah, that slipped right out. Oh, yeah, I got it right. Whoop, whoop, go me. I find that color changes are better when you're doing the connecting rows versus continual, but it is totally up to you. I think we made the one last week on stream, and then I said it in the thing with the other jellyfish and whatnot, and I think I forgot to take a picture of it and put it in Discord, so I'll have to remember to do that. So I've been rereading a book series that I liked. It's a serial. It's like released a little bit each day. And I think I'm finally at a point that I haven't read before, which is nice. Okay. Now we do one more row and then we can put in eyeballs. Actually, we could do 7, 8, 9 and then put in eyeballs, but I prefer to do it, near the row. That way I get the eyeballs in correctly. At least, correctly in my head. 2, 3. Come on. 24. Double check my count, and then we'll count for the eyeballs. 1, 2, 20, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah. Now we'll count 12 back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is the middle. So do we want colored eyeballs or black eyeballs for this jobber? My little case. I don't know what got on this yarn. Um, we have green eyeballs. I think the green eyeballs would look good on this. Or we have little blue eyeballs. I know Alex doesn't like the needle sticking out. I think I like the green eyeballs. I'm trying to use up this tray of things that when I bought when I started. In fact, I think Carrot has like this same tray. Because I didn't honestly know, like it was cheap and there were a lot, and that's what I was going for. Since then, changes. But I found a book that has creepy crochet patterns, like a zombie and like Frankenstein and whatnot. And I think I'm gonna get that. We gotta do, this was row 7. We gotta do our connecty stitch. Now we need to do 8 and 9, and then 10 is our frilly fancy one. And I gotta remember to do that one in front loops only. Rude stitch marker, you're supposed to stay in. That was 8. This is 9. should be 9. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, now we do our frilly, and a wiglet is loose in chat. We do our fancy round just in the front loops only to give our jellyfish its wavy edge. So we want a half, double, and another half. And then we skip the next one, right? No, slip stitch into the next stitch. So Bongo Cat added new achievements to that, like trading and getting so many people in a group, and just clicks in general. Nope. My brain is like, we're yarning over. No, not in this. Slip stitch. I love how soft this yarn is, but at the same time, it slippage just slides off sometimes. So we'll make this frilly thing, and that'll be the end of this part, and then we got to make the disc that goes on the bottom, and then the jelly's tentacles, which, you know, get stitched out really fast. And they're short. If they were longer, I might not do them on stream, but as I'm doing this as like a temperature thing, I figured I should probably do it on stream at some point. I don't know. Do you guys enjoy watching me do this, or do you think I should just do the like putting it together part on stream and not the rest? I mean, to a certain extent, it's got to be things I want to do or I'm willing to do, but the other part is if nobody's interested in watching it, then there's that as well. Welcome in, crazy. I'm here muted though because I'm in a meeting. I always seem to be in a meeting. Well, here's our jelly body for this week. I figured either you weren't watching or you were, because you were in the meeting, or you were in the meeting muted. One of the two. Okay, now we're making our disc body for the bottom. 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. No, don't go anywhere, you silly yarn. Gotta find the right tail. So normally next Monday would be my book after dark, but I'm going to push it back 1 week because I have the book signing, not this coming weekend, but the weekend after. So if I push it back by 1 week, then we can talk about the book signing during book after dark, and I can show you the things I picked up, and I may try to pick up some extra stuff like pens and bookmarks and stuff, and see about, like doing a giveaway thing, shipping it to you guys. It's at 12. So if you guys want to know what signing I'm going to, I will let you know, and then you can look at the authors there. I don't know that any of you guys live close enough to me to like go to the event though. I don't think so. I'm excited. I've got all my pre-orders paid. I probably won't do it till next week, but I need to make sure I have all my invoices because the neurotic part of my brain says, just in case they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. You didn't pre-order. I can be like, oh, yes, I did. They'll probably release a table chart next week so you can plan your route of attack. I mainly just use it so I can mark off who I've pre-ordered from so I have a sense of where they are in the room. Come on. Okay, there's our little disc bottom. I'll give it a little bit of a tail, so that way, in case I didn't make the one on the jellyfish body long enough, I have that one. So now we have one tentacle in this color, and then the other 3 tentacles are light purple. Then we will work on our crochet and meatball, getting it all put together. So I was caking them and then just pulling from the center, because then I didn't have to worry about, you know, it being around and like yanking on it or whatever. But then I just wind up caking it over and over and over again. So I've been doing this, but it's the pool. I gotta get a spinny thing. I guess it's no really different than yanking out of the center when you don't cake it, when you're just the regular scheme. But my brain is like, I don't like it. And then again, today my brain doesn't like much of anything, so my brain is like, why do we have to think? Why can't we just veg out and do nothing? Okay, that is our yellow body, and that, so we'll mark that off. And then we need to do, well, we need to tuck this back in. There's our giant jellyfish body. Let's see. Oh, I just put you on top. How dare I think ahead. The Durant is loose in chat, which is an iron ant. Now we have to do 3 of these tentacles. I caught the ant. Let's just, you know, unravel a bunch. I probably should have left the red in my little yarn bin here in case we needed it, like in case I didn't leave a long enough tail. But I did not leave it, so I may have to get back up and get it at some point. Thank you for contributing, Crazy. Let's see what we're at now. 66%. We are trucking along. It won't happen like immediately, you know, like the next stream after we complete it. I had to work out a time with Kevin and see. One down, two to go. I've watched some videos where they're like, this is how you start a slip knot, and they like make it way difficult, and I'm like, that seems excessive. Okay, one more. Then we'll put our crochet and meatball together. I swear, sometimes the scissor like cuts so nice, it's just like boop the first time. And then the next time it's like, no, you're gonna have to really like pinch, 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 and then maybe we'll cut it. Okay, last tentacle. But like I said, these are small and quick, as you can see. The plan is to add some like pre-made stuff to the fourth wall that's crochet, but also I want you guys to be able to like, oh, I like that, but I wish I could get it in these colors and like message me about it, but I'm not sure how that would work. Um so I have to look into that more. Obviously, there would be like sample pictures of other ones I'd made. I also want to put up some like sewing stuff that I still left from like it's been sitting here too long, like burp claws and stuff that I have that I made. I stopped counting because it doesn't truly matter. Welcome in, Alex. I was going to message you after stream if I didn't see you, because I see you every time I stream, and when I don't, I get worried. That was all our little jellyfish pieces for this week's jellyfish. And like I said, we made last week's on stream, and then I just forgot to take a picture of it. So I need to take a picture of it and put it in the Discord. Okay. We are gonna need a needle. And I'm gonna leave that uncapped because we may need, I use them as like place markers to hold stuff down. But welcome in, Alex. I hope you are feeling better. I know you haven't been feeling fantastic. Okay. Let's scroll down on our crochet and meatball. And find where they would like us to. Like where they have the instructions for starting to connect things. Yeah, because the time change. No, that's all right. I know you hadn't been feeling well. And so, like, I was like, oh no, I haven't seen her. Must contact. It's nothing like that you did wrong. My brain is just like, we should message her. So, we have our spaghetti hat, for lack of a better term, and our sorry, not spaghetti, our sauce hat and our sauce skirt. And then we have all our tentacles. So we have four different size tentacles. We have large, medium, small, extra small. I clip them together, you know, so it'd be easy to keep the sizes together. Yeah, no, I had just made the comment that if I didn't see you, I needed to remember to message you to check on you. And I need to match this Adam. I haven't seen him in a bit, but I also know he's supposed to start his new job, so it's most likely that he's like working different times now. So first, we'll put on our spaghetti hat. And you guys can help me decide. Let me oop, don't look at me. I have a different camera for that. Placement of our spaghetti hat. So, do we want it like this? Like more, because you can kind of sew it wherever you want. Like it could be back more, it could be to the side more. I was thinking roughly like this. What do we think? Like head on, it would be like this, or do we want it more over the center? Like hair? This is why I left all my needles open, so I could use them as little pokies. I don't know. I was thinking a little bit. A clang is loose in chat. I was thinking kind of like a sideways hat. Let me get all his saucy points. So we have this like big drip by the eye. Kind of gives you an idea of what it looks like. It would look kind of like that. Or do we think that's like too far forward? Did I not take the... Ah, there's the one I wanted with the bigger eye. I almost said slit, and then I was like, it's not called a slit. It has a name. It's an eye. The eye of the needle. Oh, no one caught the clang. Rude. I think it almost makes it look like bangs. Let's get our... I think this looks good. Now we gotta connect it all the way around. So I'm trying to get his little sloops, drips, there's the word, drips, positioned. So I'm not sure if the co-stream next week with Carrot will happen like it's been on the in fact, I know it won't happen on the third Thursday of this month because Boy Wonder has his GI appointment. So I don't know, and I can't really do it the day before because Fantasy has her therapy. She normally has it on Friday, but the lady's going to be out, so we had to move it up, and I couldn't do it Thursday because he has the appointment. So she has it Wednesday. So I'm not sure if it'll happen next week or the week after or whatever, or maybe we'll just do two next month to make up for it because Carrot's got stuff going on, with his brother-in-law and whatnot. But yeah, we'll see. I've messaged him, and I'm not like, one, I feel weird. Like, I'm always like, oh, am I bugging the person? You know what I mean? And two, I know he's got stuff going on. So, come on, Mr. Yarn. Don't be like that. Just fly through the hole. But the week after next, the kids have spring break. You've damaged your arm, Alex. What did you do? Did you break it or like cut it or sleep on it funny? I sleep on my arm. My shoulder gets funny. I like press it weird, I guess, in my sleep, like the way I angle my body. So I wake up with a sore shoulder quite often. Congrats on second. Crazy. So I'm getting better at the sewing on. Thank you for the I'm here as well. Sorry, it gets twisty. So we gotta untwisty the yarn. I pushed myself up in a chair and I think I put too much weight on it. It felt like the bone was going to. Ooh, Alex, that's not good at all. That's. Ooh. Yeah, that's not good. We're going to have ads in 1 minute. They will go for 3 minutes and then we will be back. Currently, I don't think you're going to miss anything. It's just me working on getting this sauce hat attached. I guess I could take that needle out because I attached that that drip. Come on, pick up the piece. Yeah, I would definitely get it checked. If it weren't for you saying like it felt it in the bone, I would say almost that you like pinched something or like something with the muscle. But if you're saying the bone felt like it was involved, then yeah, I don't know. We gotta unweeble our yarn again. It like likes to go circular on us as we're pulling it through. Oop, nope, you stay in there. I'm not ready for you to come out. I picked, so yesterday I looked at it and then I was like, nah. Really? Because I looked at it yesterday because I wanted the gift with purchase and I was like, no, that's no reason to spend. And then I got to thinking about it and I asked Crazy what he thought last night. But so I ordered it this morning, the Cullen House, because it was one of the sets that was triple points. So I got like 4,300 points almost for purchasing it. Like 33 bucks essentially. Okay, let's decide. Yeah, that's good. I might turn this up just one to help see. My eyes are itchy today. And also, like, I just want to close them. Not because I'm tired, but just because it's like, no, just close your eyes. Yeah, I wasn't looking at getting the new ones, and I like I said, I looked at the gift with purchase, and I was like, I want the botanical frame gift with purchase, and then I was like, that's a lot of money to spend just because you really want the gift with purchase. Not that I would order just any set, like it would be a set I wanted, but like the reasoning behind it would be. But then, like I said, it's triple points, so that's a lot of points. And if I'm gonna order it eventually anyway, and I will because I love Twilight, um, I might as well get like the extra points for it. And then that will give me money to use towards, a different set. So, later down the line. My shoulder is like, can we be done with the. I think they were like any movie that's based on a book. You're missing because they can't print all, they can't film every literal scene that's in the book. So you miss key points with what they drop out, like context things. You miss that when they drop like the little things that seem not to matter, but when you add up all those little things, they sometimes matter a lot. How dare they? Listen, I love her dad. Her dad is hilarious in his own way. And the guy who plays her dad was I love him as an actor. Like he's a really good actor, or I think he's a really good actor. But I love her dad. Somebody was like, "Could you imagine an entire movie and the movie revolved around Charlie, not Bella?" And I was like, "That would be pretty funny." Cuz I feel like he's kind of clueless, but like he's a great dad. I know a lot of people don't like that book series, movie, whatever, you know. They don't like that world. Um they're like she's just so blah, but like she kind of is. I'm not going to lie. But I think a lot of it stems like she was fairly depressed for a lot of it. And a lot of people don't like that the vampire sparkled. I go off the premise that you're never going to find something that everybody likes, right? Like, so like or don't like whatever you want, but don't like jump all over somebody else because they do or don't like it. I was Team Edward all the way. We could have a whole philosophical debate about whether she led Jacob on or not. I will say she didn't. That he read into things, and you aren't responsible for somebody else's feelings. She was in love with Edward the whole time, even when he was gone. And Jacob was young. Because I think he is younger than her, but not by like a terrible amount. Not like years and years, but like even 1 year, like the maturity level could just be different. I did think it was weird that they like imprinted on the girls that were like so much younger than them, but they didn't do anything romantic um or sexual towards them, so it's kind of a they do. I agree. They could have done simple things to like really connect the books to the movie more. Like I said, they drop out small things and they're like, "Oh, it won't matter. That's just a small thing. You won't it won't make a difference." But like all those small little context clues add up in the end. And then you're like, "I miss you miss just things." Have you read Midnight Sun? Which is Twilight, essentially the first book, but from Edward's perspective. Like, so you get to know where he goes, like what he does when he's not with her. I want her to write the whole series from his perspective, kind of like they did 50 Shades of Grey. Then they came back through and she wrote them again, essentially from his perspective, and you got to learn what he was thinking and what he was doing when he wasn't with her and things like that. So I really want her to write the whole series from Edward's perspective because where did like what's going on in Alaska while he's there and things like that. Right? Because he's like 100 years old. He has a whole life and memories that we don't learn about in Twilight necessarily. Like you learn a little bit, but not really. Need my chubby stick. That's all right. That happens. I went years without reading really anything, and then I picked it all back up. So, sometimes we're at a point where in so much is going on and things like that that you just can't. And it's not just reading. There's all different kinds of hobbies where you're like, I just can't right now. We go through phases in life where we either drop things or pick things up, or it it happens. So there's its tomato hat. Now I need to sew on its tomato skirt. Roughly row 21, which I should have counted before. Yeah, like we go through seasons of life, and like it may change and you may be able to in the future. I don't get hung up on, like you do what you can in the moment, and that's all there is. Okay, I gotta go back. So they went around 21 and there's 25. So this is 25, 24, 23, 22, 21. I should, however, make sure the connectee is in the back. So we don't notice that. Welcome in, Dusa. We built a little typewriter, and then we worked on our temperature jelly for this week, and now we are connecting all our crochet and meatball pieces. I had a little trouble pinning it the first time too, because you're trying to like pin it in one place, but then, like keep it stretched out. As long as I have like a general of what row we're on. Okay, I scanned the instructions for today's set, but there's plenty sets laying around here that I have not scanned. So let me get my needle in here. Oh, come on. Just let me have the piece of yarn. Let me grab. Don't fall. I have Diagon Alley right here, so we'll scan that one. Lord knows I have a whole pile of instructions all over the place that haven't been scanned. Come on. Maybe I have to get it better over in the light. There we go. Yay, you found it, it says. Earn points. I assume if I'm clicking to earn points that it's adding it, but we'll double check. Let's see, let's make sure it added it. Because frankly, that'd be poop-tastic if it's not adding. Like you're scanning it, but it's not. No, it didn't add it. It gave me the points, but it didn't add to my collection. Then let's look up the other one we did today, because if it didn't add that one, it probably didn't add this one. Oh, see, this one it added. I don't know. But there we go. We've scanned a set for today. Let me check and mark it off. Congrats on third and the I'm Here do set, and thank you for the scan instructions. But yes, we've put on its tomato hat, hair, whatever you want to call it, and now we're. Ooh, I just got an achievement for having a lobby with 2 players. They added a whole bunch of achievements. They like got rid of the $5 million one, and then they or like sorry, not $5 million, the 5 million click one. And then I guess people in the Discord were like, oh, why did you get rid of it? Now there's so then they came back a couple days later and added like a whole bunch of achievements. And all I could think was, I hope it like retro gifts me them for doing them in the past. You know, like retroactively, like, oh, it sees that I've done that, and so it just gives it to me, and I don't have to like do it again. I mean, some of this stuff is whatever, like doing it again. But I was like, I don't want to start at like however many clicks I'm at now and then try to get to like 5 million. But yeah, last week or so, week before maybe, I don't know. At some point, they added a whole bunch of achievements. Yeah, so I was like, okay, that's good, that's good. And it gave me the trade one from, I guess, when we traded before, so that was nice too. Notice that there's a way to turn off clicks so they don't go towards your account. Why would you not want it to go towards your account? I know there's a way to like hide the click counter so you don't see it, but I don't know if that like then makes your clicks don't count, or you just don't notice the number and it just pops up when you get the prize. I guess. Come on. I don't know. I figure at this point everything I do online is tracked by someone anyway. Google, Amazon, cookies. You know what I mean? Like I'm being tracked anyway. This click counter, it's not making a huge difference. So my guess is that we have this little tomato skirt, as I'm calling it, to help hide um you attaching the tentacles, you know, because you're attaching on post closing, like after you close up. So that's my guess, is that we have this little tomato skirt to help hide where you attach. I know I gotta do the ones where you use all the emotes. I wonder if the fireworks count, because I have a ton of fireworks. It's a frozen berry. Okay, let's move you over here so I can see. So I can pick where I'm going to attach next. I haven't used the random one where it like randomly makes you a cat. Like, you know, picks random things. I put in a trade with my daughter today. But, you know, of course that's going to have to wait to be accepted till she gets back, you know, till she gets home from practice. But whatever. I did it this morning because I was on there and I was like, okay, I remember Dusa told me how to do this, but I actually have to go in and like do it myself. You know what I mean? Because I haven't tried to trade since we traded. And at first I was like, okay, is it just showing me the things that I have double of, or is it showing me like everything? And then I realized it was showing me everything, because the things that had more than one, it would show you how many, like if you had 2, 3, whatever of them. And I tried to trade things that were like this same color. So like if I saw something in hers that had like the orange border, I tried to make sure that I traded her something that had an orange border. It did take a minute to go through though. Mainly because I was just making sure it was only things that she or I had 2 of. Come on. Okay. Oh, no, don't go inside. Oh, that's not cool. Woo! Panic attack averted. I almost pushed the needle that I'm using as like a pin all the way down in. I did see somebody, they had like these big stick things that they were using, and I was like, well, I would need a bunch of those for this, and that could get pricey. Because, you know, with like the amigurumi, you use, you know, more than 1 or 2 most of the time. But then I saw somebody else who used pins that had almost like a T on top, so that if you did push them down, they wouldn't just sink in. And I was like, ooh, I need to look for those pins. Because I have pins with like the little balls on the top, but those are still like, they fit easily in between the stitches. So I was like, those are a risk too when I use them. And they're not very long. So I usually try to use the bigger plastic ones, because they stick up a little bit more. They don't slide in as easy. But I only have so many, so. We're almost around. Then we need to look at our tentacles. And we need to decide what we want to make next. Do we want to make the big jellyfish that I made last year? Or we have some other dessert dinos? Or there's dino nuggets. I don't know. If you were going to a fundraiser, and there were going to be crochet products there, what might you like to see? I'm trying to sew this like into the row crease, so it's being taxing sometimes. Okay, now we need to hide ends. Get in. There we go. Some people.
Someone is at the front door.
Oh, I bet it's the pest control people. I tell them they can just go ahead and do it, but they don't. They ring the doorbell each time. I was right. It's the pest people. You know, they do pest control. And I tell them every time they come, they can just start. And they're like, well, no, it's company policy. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. It always seems to be on a day I stream, though. So, but that's all right. It's just a minute or so. But, oh, so when I went to the doctor like 3 weeks ago to do like the checkup with the weight loss meds I've been on, um, we talked a little bit and she asked, and then they said I lost about 16 pounds up to that point since I had been on it for like the 2.5 months. And last Friday, whatever, I don't know. I went in my drawer where, you know, every woman has pants that she used to fit into and doesn't anymore and hopes to fit back into. That drawer. And I could fit in a pair of pants that were in there. So I can wear one size smaller on my pants. And these pants used to be a little snug and now they're not. So woo woo. Oh, actually, I don't think the red one goes in there. Okay, now we need to look at our saucy bits, our pasta tentacles. So we should have 2 large, 3 medium, and then 2 small, and 2 extra small. So So these are the mediums because there's 3, and there's only 3 of that kind. So maybe these are larges. I think that's right. Okay. So it doesn't tell you. Rude. Rude phone. Rude. Says once you've completed all the tentacles, begin to attach them to the bottom of your meatball. It is up to you how you want to position them. But I would recommend trying to evenly distribute size. Ensure each tentacle is attached firmly by both ends of the tail. So we have 2, 4, 6, 9 tentacles. So like 3 rows of 3. You know? So maybe like definitely the longest one, like one of the longest ones in the middle, but then maybe also like one of other sizes, and like keeping them going. So these are our larges. Give me one of those and a smaller hook that I can use in here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we pull this way, and then we pull this. Come on. Dang it. There we go. Rude. What's against it? What's it against? Mama. So there's one. I'm going to leave it like that just so I'm not going to tuck it right away so that we can kind of. So we did the longest one, and then we can do a middle one. I was gonna say exposing mom, like how to put in mom in with your name, and then I was like, I don't know, that sounds. I don't know if mom wants to be exposed. And my brain was like, maybe not that. Okay, there's one round. I was gonna throw it over here like I had the box of fuzz next to me. There's one round, like the inner ring, and then we want to like. Let's do a medium, but over here because we did that other medium over there. You've been mom blocked. And worse, it's a pocket block. Let's do... Well, the large one would have to go over here because that was the first one we did. And let's do these. This color makes it hard to see like the rounds. So I don't know how wonderfully evenly spaced I've really got them down here. So we'll just roll with it. Come on. Get onto the hook. There we go. I don't even know how to say that. A Shalonic. The illuminating Pokemon. It is illuminating. Okay, so that's 6. Now, one more row. Come on. Is there a preference on which one we make next? Crazy said jellyfish last week. Another jelly. Like the ones I made last year. You will not escape me, mother, no matter how old I am. Right? Yeah, like, I don't... Does your mom have Skype? You can try that too. Discord? Your mom have Discord? Okay. They're all tied on. Now comes the portion in which we stuff down the ties. Like all our little ends have to go inside the... Well, if I hold the chopstick the right way. Oh, hush, Ring. It's just the Bugmen. Come on. Soon we'll have to have them do the mosquito treatment too. Won't be long before they'll start doing that too. because it's been right around 80 for the past week, so it won't be long before the mosquitoes make their appearance. They don't stay dead long enough here for me. Still, the worst place we ever had mosquitoes was North Dakota. Which you're like, North Dakota, it's cold. Yeah, it's cold, but there's lots of water when the snow melts. So when the snow melts, there's tons of places for them. And like such swarms that you can actually like see the black mass of bugs moving about. Oh, look at those antlers. Are those like rope or braids? I like those. I, maybe they're not antlers. Whatever, that bow thing you got going on with your kitty cat. It kind of makes me want to mess with the randomizer. Get in, no. I will say this is my least favorite part. Oh, the tedious part. Okay, you're tucked. You're not tucked. Hate when I can like feel it pressing the thing in, but then it doesn't actually go in. Like I can feel that I'm pushing into the hole, but the little tail of yarn is not cooperating. Like, am I just rubbing against this knot over and over? Okay. Where's the best? There we go. Excuse you, mister. You're gonna get tucked into a different hole. Now you, because you're right literally there, kept getting in the way of the other one, so. I kind of wish that this started upside down so that you made the circle and then tucked the like tied the things on and then like worked your way from the bottom of the top, because the top is most likely going to get covered by the spaghetti hat anyway, right? So like if you closed on top. Okay, it looks like I got all my ends tuckied. What do we think? What do we think of our meatball and jellyfish? I'm still not 100% about this mouth, but we can wiggle it, and then it's a meatball on a pile of spaghetti. So that is one that is definitely going to the fundraiser because it's a spaghetti dinner. So a spaghetti and meatball jellyfish is. And I'm gonna do the crab cake that we made as well. I'm gonna throw in there for her to choose from. So if we're doing the next one, we're doing, I guess, if nobody else has any suggestions, is like the big jellyfish like I made last year. I have this color and this color to make two of them. Let me find the tutorial for this one. Nope, giant jellyfish. There it is. We must find the middle of the yarn, or find the end in the middle. Words. Oh, our skein had a baby. Come on, where's the like where's the end? I mean, the only other thing is trying to call your siblings to get in touch with your mom. You know, like, hey, I can't ring mom's phone for some reason. Can you either have her call me or you give the phone to her? Get untangled. I keep finding like a loop that's made its own little knot. There's an end. Finally. But before we try to start going, let's get this mess undone. That way I'm not trying to fight it while I'm trying to crochet. Okay. I forget what size hook this does. Does, needs, whatever. Mm, 5.5. So, this one. Had to go down a size. Let me get my little notebook out and I can write down, you know, little hash marks for what row I'm on. I don't like the way she starts it necessarily. She's like, magic ring, chain one and make a 10 cyclical chains in the ring. Okay, never mind. I read that totally different and I was like, I don't remember it being that way, but never mind. It's just because my brain read it differently than what it said. So this variant is actually called Ocean Shades, which is like on point. You're right. This is for a jellyfish. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. And in this one, she tells you to do it in connected rounds, not continuous. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Tighten our magic ring there. Then we do our connectee. And we've done row 1. About an hour left. I think we can make a decent dent in that. Then 2 in each. I don't know why I'm trying to do it that way. 2 in each crochet. Or in each stitch. 2 in each crochet. I like this. So the one crochet group I'm in, this girl posted, she goes, this is a conversation that I just had. So this woman messaged her about a product and she was like, is this knitted or crocheted? And she's like, and this part, I don't know if it's true. It might be. She's like, well, those are just like more like in the US we say crocheted and in the UK they say knitted. It's just like a regional thing, which I don't think that's necessarily true, but anyway. And then the girl goes, no, knitted is one thing and crocheted is totally different. So which one is this? You made it, so I assume you know. And she's like, to me it's a regional thing, so I don't know. And she's like, would you use 2 two sticks, so knitting needles, or did you use one, which is a crochet hook? And I was like, if you like the item, why does it matter whether it's knitted or crocheted? Like, why is this like the hill you're gonna die on? So two single, so increase single. Like, to me, it's different. I mean, the technique you use to make it is different, but like, it wouldn't be the hill I die on when I'm like talking to somebody about what the product is. Come on. There it is. Two, three. Mom called back. She has no car, so I've got to tough it out. I'm sorry, Alex. Try ice or heat, see which one. I know they say like one is for one thing, one is for another, but I feel like I messed up somewhere because I shouldn't be ending on two. This is how it's going to go. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that's where I messed up. Oh no. So this is 1, 2, and 1. Then this is the second hole. Then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21. No, 20. 21, 2, 23, 25, 26, 7, 28, 29, 30. What's that? Row 3. Yeah, I know they say like icing is for like swelling and this, and then heat is for like relaxing sore muscles and whatnot. But I don't always find that that's like necessarily like, I don't want to say true, but like it may be true, but that's not the way like my body reacts to it. Like for whatever reason, this time the heat feels better, makes it feel better. Next time, that, you know what I mean. So okay, 2 in the first, single in the next. Oh, in the next 2. Okay. So 1, 2. Three, 4, 5, 6, 8. Feel like that one looped weird. Mm-hmm. So our local trash company has changed from, one company got the contract for the city, now a different one has it. And now they're only doing our recycling every other week. And let me tell you, that's annoying. Okay, I missed a stitch somewhere because I don't have enough left. Let me make sure I had 30 in the last row and didn't miscount somewhere. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13. Nope, I have 30. So let me do our connectee. I should put the stitch marker back in. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we pay the same amount, and now it's a different company, and now they only take our recycling half as often. I'm kind of annoyed. Because it's not like we can put out 2 cans of recycling. If you put out multiple cans, then they charge you more. Mareep. Ooh, and it's a weekly quest Pokemon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20. Okay, I was right. Felt like I was wrong for some reason. Yep, that's what it was. I missed like 1 stitch last time somewhere. So this gets like big fast. Okay. 2 in the first. And then 3 in this next. Or single in the next 3. Most patterns don't have you do 2 in the first because you're already having it like a connected round, so you already have some of the first taken, but tough. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We're getting there. Okay. Round 5. I forgot I had pushed it up so you could see the jellyfish. Okay, this next one is just a single in each. Single in each stitch. No increases. Come on. One. So I felt like we got pretty far in blueprints. I don't want to say pretty far, but like we opened 2 of the anti-chamber room doors. And we did a fair amount of clues, like figured them out. Solves puzzles. Crazy did get. He said I was driving him nuts. Me running around the boiler room trying to figure it out. So he's like, I had to look it up. I couldn't take it anymore. And I was like, that's fine. I honestly don't care if people in the viewers, people in the chat tell me the answers. I don't care about that. So what do we think, guys? It's coming along. I like the way the color changes are happening. So 2 in the first, single in the next 4. So 1. This in here, stitch marker. 2. This one gets pretty big, but I don't think it gets as big as the meatball. The bigger we get, um, the more like spread out the color changes are. Which I like. It doesn't like when the rows happen, it doesn't look like the color changes are like so like right on top of each other. They give it a little bit more like space. I don't know. I'm not sure I'm explaining it right. And I'm also not sure I know how to explain it. How my brain sees it. I think I miscounted. I think I lost count and then my brain picked the wrong number to start back at 2, 3, I don't know. Something it it doesn't feel right. Like cuz you can feel which stitches have like the double stitch and it was feeling not right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 2. Tranquil, a pigeon Pokemon. 2, Okay. Oh, let go. I can fight with you in a second, but I need to finish this round. 60! Okay. About a half an hour left. I can go a little bit over, but not a lot. Okay. So, we're starting our curve here. It's starting to curve up. I think there's only one more row of increases, and then we're just singles in each one. Which I'm not gonna lie, is so much easier because then my brain doesn't really have to like figure out where to put the increases. Okay, so we finished 7. We're on 8. 2 in the first, single in the next 5. Okay. I hope everyone is still here. Sorry, I know I haven't been talking a lot. Should be 14. That one just felt funny. 14. Okay. 15. 16. 19. 20. 21. Let's see. Every time I look down, Deuce's kitty looks stiffened. Not that I'm complaining, it's just funny. I like look down and it's different kitty. Where are you finding the randomizer in the thing? Because that's exchange. Oh, okay. I was like, because I don't see just like a single button for it. Okay. Yeah, I found it. It almost at the bottom, but yeah, I clicked everything. Like I didn't click only favorites or only presents. And then I did it for every 5 minutes. Let's see what it comes up with. Untangle. No. Sometimes the grip things, like it feels like they're sliding off the thing and off the crochet hook, and I don't like that. Two. I tell you got to remember your times tables because you're like 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49. What comes next? Okay, that should be the last row. Welcome in, Big Harry. Big Harry Jim. Um, we are making a jellyfish because, much like apparently ducks are carrots things, jellyfish are my thing. It feels like I didn't get underneath that. Like I'm getting too much or something. So we finished a meatball jellyfish today. Now we're working on a regular giant jellyfish. We also built a Lego typewriter today, a tiny one. Now, rounds 9 through 16 are just a single crochet all the way around. But there are 70 stitches in this round, so But how have you been? Hopefully things are going well. So this month, I normally do like just Lego really, and then video games and a little bit of crafting. But this month we've kind of flopped it around where we're doing just tiny Lego sets in the beginning, and then more crochet, working a lot on crochet because my daughter is having a fundraiser next month for her archery team, and I'm donating stuff to their like silent auction that's not an auction. So I need to have stuff done. So it's content. It's just different content than we normally do. But here is the giant meatball jellyfish we did. It's got noodle tentacles. Hopefully the correct second grader. It would be weird to take somebody else's second grader home instead of your own. It's one thing to take them along with your own, but to just take the wrong one is weird. And also weird that the school might let you take the wrong one. I mean, unless you personally have two second graders, then it's kind of up in the air. I'm still getting used to crocheting on stream, so I'm bad about like talking. I find myself falling quiet because I'm like, I don't want to lose count. I don't want to lose count. I don't want to lose count. And then I realize I'm not talking. I make the joke. I can either crochet and talk or crochet and count, but I cannot do both. We're starting to roll up to make the curve slowly but surely. Yeah, like I can talk and crochet, or I can can crochet and count, but I cannot do all three. Maybe once I get slightly better, or like I guess more used to doing it on stream, then maybe I can do all three, but I'm still fairly new to crocheting on stream. Could be. Here we go. Not that I couldn't just like go back and count the row when I was done, but I don't know. I always feel like, oh, I don't know. I feel like I should keep count, and then I stop talking. I guess practice talking, counting, and crocheting at the same time. See how far we get. I said earlier that Crazy found through some like Reddit thing um this website, whatever it is. But they have a Discord too. But they keep like a detailed list of like when things come out and when they're going to retire, like Lego sets. Which that's my big thing, like, because I don't tend to buy that many brand new sets when they immediately come out. I mean, there's a few here and there where I'm like, yes, I need that now. But I usually like am buying stuff that's not like old, but like that's been out for a bit. And so I'm like, when is it? What is the thing that is going to retire next? Because if I want it, I have to make sure I get it before it retires. So, um, I'm going to share that in Discord. I meant to do it the other day, but then I closed Discord and I'm like, nope. Because I closed everything because I'm leaving my desk. I'm not going to open it back up because then I will be here for another hour. You know, like I will get sucked back in trying to do something else. So, I'll pull it up and share it in Discord. Because I figure I'm not the only one who's doing that. Like, you're not buying necessarily the first thing that come out, and so you start to worry after it's been out for a little bit, like, okay, when is it going to retire? When do I have to plan to have saved up enough or to have bought it by? So yeah, I've lost count a while ago. So we'll just do the round and then count. And possibly recount. Because sometimes you don't get the right count the first time. And then you get the right count the second time, but now you're suspicious, so you gotta count it a third time. I feel like that's how that goes. I need to message my faux sister-in-law. Um, I consider my sister-in-law, even though she's not married to any of my husband's brothers. She was in the family for so long. Anyway, but they recently bought a modular home and it got delivered. So they're in the process of like setting up house and you know, in the new house. I need to message her and ask her how it's going, if she needs anything. Okay, let's count, because I'm not sure if I should need to use that or if that's the connecting piece. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 16, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 30, 32, 35, 44, 47, 50, 51, 54, 57, 60, 63, 66, 69, 70. No, that's the connectee. Come on. What are you stuck on? Nothing. Just being difficult. So 6 more rows with that 70 in each row. I need to put two polls in Discord. One for which item I make in the next costume with Carrot from those food cat patterns we bought, and then another for which one of these we make next, like which item for the donation thing we make next. Well, that one didn't want to work. There we go. I should message Danny and ask him if what he knows about, or if Firefly is like one of the things he talks about, and if so, does he know what he knows about it? Because I believe he's officially gone. Nathan Fillion has officially gone around to everybody's house and talked to them about like coming back. You know, it's happening. And then there was like a post, a social media post where he was like, it's not a podcast, it's not a reunion thing. So I'm like, oh, I love Firefly. Like what is it going to be? I've been impatiently waiting for like 20 years for there to be more Firefly. I feel like most of these colors are pretty soft, and then for some reason, the purple seems like, I don't know, tougher than the rest. I don't know. It's weird, like why the color would be different. Okay, that should be 70, but we'll double check. Okay, that was more than 70, and that's not possible. 1, 2, 3, 6, 1 more. And then we'll count again because, like I said, now I'm suspicious. Mm-hmm. 366. Now I added 1 and wound up 2 below. Oh my god! We're gonna count this round forever. 1, 2, 66. 70. There we go. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. That round. And that's why I feel like I don't crochet. Like I don't want to crochet on stream sometimes. But then at the same time, it's like I'm not the only one having this problem. Like if you crochet, there's bound to be a time where you cannot get like the same number twice. So there's nothing to be embarrassed about, even if it feels embarrassing. Whew. Okay, let's see what this. We'll finish this row and then we'll find somebody to raid into. We raided into the Yellow Witch on Sunday, so we'll try somebody new today. You missed the Appleton? Did you get the ones you were trying to catch last week so that you could get the coin? I'm gonna go to stream ending just so that that's all right. I was just wondering if you made it. I didn't even pay attention once because I was like, oh, well, I was talking to you about it. I was like, oh, I'm gonna look for them in other people's streams. And then what did I do? Completely forgot about it because stream ended, and then I didn't look for them in other people's streams. So I was like, I'm gonna do it, and then I didn't, which is about par for the course. So because once I end stream, things leave my brain. I will look at the things so I know what to look for because I didn't look at the quests yet for this week. So I will look at them and then figure out which ones I need to do. Okay, let's do. They're not terrible. That's good. Sometimes they're all like, you must compete in battles, like the ranked battles or whatever. And I was like, I guess I'm not doing anything this week because I'm not competing in ranked battles. Oh, that's really good then. Okay, let's skip the people who are like starting soon because I don't know how long their like starting soon goes for. Let's see. She just says let's finish orders, but it doesn't say like what type of orders. That's a heavy Pokemon. You're really gonna need to look for like the big rock type ones. Maybe some of the fighters, but mostly I would say like rock type. This guy says he's making, yeah, like a T-Tar or like the Onyx, something big. This guy says, oh, fursuit making a raccoon head. Do we want to see them make a furry suit raccoon head? I don't know how I feel about that. A whalmer would be really heavy. That's a good one. I wonder what's the other one? The goldfish turns into it. The like that would probably work too because it's probably really. Yeah, the Gyarados. It probably weighs a lot too. Could you imagine now? Yeah, like I bet that one would work. Oh, that one's like in French. I don't understand French, so I don't think that one's gonna work. I was just thinking like the Metagross, the like the little not clink or whatever, but like some of the metal ones might be too, might weigh a lot. Yeah, the steel is heavy. This lady is crocheting a spider, which, by the way, is the only acceptable spider. Says she's English. Okay. Let's try. Right? Like hoping the biggest uh hopefully the like biggest type of oh, I did that wrong. There was supposed to be a underscore at the end. Quotey. Ignore that first shout out. It should have an underscore. There we go. So thank you for hanging out today, guys. I don't know how interesting it was once I started working on the second crochet project because I tend not to talk because I'm trying to count and I'm trying to get better at that. But we'll be back Thursday. Oh, a mud scale. I didn't even think of that. A mud scale. Yeah, because it's a big horse. We're back Thursday. We're gonna build another small set. I don't know which one because I have a bunch over there, so I need to look through them and decide which one I want to do. Yeah, like I it's out a horse, but I didn't think like